Hey guys, Stacy here, We Grow Again. Welcome to another episode. Today's going to be on green beans. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to grow green beans for the fall. And say green beans fast 5 times. It's really hard to do. But we're going to show you how to plant some green beans in the containers or in the ground. My green beans, my pole beans, Kentucky pole, and the bush blue lake. I found out that they're actually two of the same beans that are crossed with each other, so they are going to be awesome. I can't wait. The Kentucky pole beans are trellising out, and they do get, I just found out, they get between, which I thought they did, between 6 and 8 feet big, so we're going to have some nice variety of beans on there. I'm going to be canning my butt off and freezing some, so I want to plant some peas too for the fall, so I'm going to turn myself around on the other side and just show you what we're going to be planting. Hey guys, sorry I'm out of breath. I've been running around here. Look at my pepper plants really quick. I gotta get my glasses on. They're so dorky, I hate using them. I love my pepper plants because they are responding really well to the CalMag I started giving them, guys. Check them out. Starting to grow and flower really well. I'm so excited. I am so happy in my garden. I get like a little kid out here. These beans are starting to push beans out, doing good in my carrot tote with them. Everything's nice and moist because our weather is cooling down. Today we woke up and it was 49 out. I love it. I'm out here in stretch pants and just a light long sleeve shirt. I love it. I've been waiting for it. Look at these beans. These are bush or Kentucky pole. I don't really know what these are, guys. I'm going to have to find out. I think these are the bush beans. So look at these. They are going crazy. They're going to be done and ready to pick soon. They are ready to pick when they're about 6 inches big. So the bush blue lake you can pick when they're about 4 to 6 inches big. Even 8 inches you can wait. But the pole beans and stuff like that, like my pole beans here, look, let me show you. That one is starting to bean too, but I have beans here. These tender and improved are bush, so that's what you're seeing here. They are a really good bean, and days to harvest is 54, and we're right there with a spacing of 3 inches apart to 6 inches apart. And we're good. In my climate, we can grow this September through February. Check out them beans. I love this time of year, guys, to plant beans, carrots. Even my peppers are doing really well, which I'm surprised they're not in season. These little Marvel peas I'm growing, they don't need a trellis or anything. They actually stay kind of bushy. They're really high productive and compact. Bears large vines, 3-inch pods packed with tender sweet peas. And then it says vines grow only 18 to 20 inches tall. So they don't require the stalking, which is really neat. And we can grow these from January to September. So these are really cool to grow in cool weather. They love it, and my peas are taking off. Let me see. You can see them right here. These are Alaskan. So these are a little trellising. These will keep growing and growing and growing. Look how beautiful this foliage is getting. Now you can see where they struggled. Down here, you can see they're kind of yellow and they were lanky, not doing too good because of the hot weather we were having. 2 days ago, we were just 90 degrees. Yesterday, actually. We were just, actually, no, 2 days ago, we were just 90 degrees. It was like 87 with the humidity up at 85%. We were 90, so these peas were struggling. But you can see they're really beautiful. They're nice and green. They're vining up. So you can see their vines they push out and stuff. And then you want to train them up like I just did, you know. If it's hanging down like this, all you do is gently. Now, peas are really tender, and you don't want to mess them up, so, or break that stem or crunch it. You want to handle it very delicately for Alaskan peas, any kind of peas you're growing. These are beautiful. They're doing really well. So happy. You can see this vining up. Beautiful. Check her out. Let me zoom in. That's what you want to see. Nice green foliage. So we're good, guys. They're going to be doing good for the rest of the year, I'm sure, because we're not getting any more cold climates. Oh yeah, I did sew a pea in there, so I can't show you how to do it, but you can see it's popped up, and since it's been cool since it popped up, you can see it's not struggling at all. My new pea right there. Now I have other lettuce in here that I transplanted from the ones I thinned out inside. That's not lettuce, this is. And look how good it's growing. I transplanted it when it was just a little seedling with no growth on it. It had one little lettuce true leaf. And then I transplanted it when I thinned my lettuce out in my containers inside. You can check out that video. Just save your lettuce. Why throw it away? Look how it's growing, guys. I just wanted to show you that little update too. Planting is really easy. So this is a pea. And they're really cute. They come circular. And what you want to do is just put it in the soil. You want some really nice fluffy soil or some garden soil, and just up to your first knuckle there, you can push it down. So right where that first knuckle is, that's where I push it down to. If you want to go a little further, you can. Fluffier the soil, the better, but then I use my jungle growth mixture. I have a video on that stuff, and I want to show you guys that, you know, it's really chunky. You can see that stuff's chunky, and then my jungle growth soil is really fluffy. So this is what you want to be planting it with, you know, mixing it with. This really chunky, good Coco Loco soil. And you want good drainage, good soil, and I mix this half and half with my jungle growth. I don't have any left, but this is what it looks like. This is jungle growth, guys. This is full jungle growth. I have a layer of Coco Loco on the bottom just because it has Norwegian kelp meal, bat guano, earthworm castings, tons of other bacillus and stuff like that. And this is chunky, so you want to grow peas and carrots and stuff that are tender and really delicate and light and chunky. You can mix it. When you're sowing the seeds, you want to make sure you put a good layer of this nice fluffy stuff on top. And that's the Coco Loco with the Norwegian kelp meal and all that good stuff, nutrients for your plants. I love that. And then when I top off with my fresh compost mixture in the garden, we are good to go. So I was telling you guys that I was getting this tote ready over here. This is going to be a little long because I'm doing this in all-in-one till soda, basically harvest. So we're growing Kentucky Wonder Pole over here. Right there, that big pole trellis is Kentucky Wonder Pole beans. And they're doing really good. They're actually growing out on top of that trellis. So they're starting to flower. I put some fresh compost on them. In the front are bush beans. So I'll take you over there, but that's how big they get when they get into bush beans. And we're going to show you how to sow these, guys. I'm going to sow a little container here. We're going to sow in the ground and in containers. So I mixed my Coco Loco, my jungle growth soil all together in here. Tilled it all up, mixed it all up with a little fork, like a garden fork. I don't know what it's called, I forget. But I think it's called a hoe. But this is my compost mixture, which got way too wet because we've been getting rained on, and I didn't put my cover on it, which is right here. So I usually use like a nice good pot size full in a tote like that. I put like a good half of a pot this big of my compost mixture in a tote that's about 5 gallons to make sure it has enough rich compost in there to start my plants off with. Now, the way you want to sow your seeds, guys, sorry, I'm just bending down here. The way you want to sow your seeds, I'm going to grow these, oh, let me see here. What do we got? Garden beans. Okay, so these garden beans I want to sow right here. I don't know where I just dropped my other seeds. I am a mess. But I know how to keep a garden clean. This tote is going to be, I want to plant them little bush peas in here, them little Marvel ones, which I can't find. But I showed you how to sow those in my pea container, and these are the beans. Now you can pre-soak your seeds if you want, but you don't have to. Now if your soil is hard to get into, you can just dig a hole up to your finger deep, press it in there, and that's it. These are going to be bush beans, tender green, improved, I believe. I will pick it up in a second and show you. And that's all you want to do. Keep your soil really moist, which mine is, so I don't have to wet it. It says days should germinate 7 to 14, but if you keep the soil, check out my video on keeping your soil really wet to germinate your seeds quicker. And these seeds will pop out in like a day or two. By tomorrow or the next day, they'll be sprouted. So that's really cool. And you want to keep it in a sunny location. So I'm going to have to move this because this doesn't really get sun over here too much. I'm going to have to move it like out here or something by my other green beans. Just make that a whole green bean area. And then this we can sow September to February. And they are reliable producers under hot and humid or cool and wet conditions. So we have cool and wet conditions right now. 6 to 7 inch stringless pods are abundant and early maturing, which is really good. Buff seeded, limited gardening space for a 3 to 5 gallon container growing on your patio or deck. So that's perfect. We have a 5 to 6 gallon container right here. So that's good. We can sow probably about a good 3 inches apart. So we can get about 20 of them in here if we really wanted to squeeze them in. I'm going to keep them a little defoliated. And then once they sprout, the way you want to take care of beans, now that you threw your compost mixture in here with the nice organic nutrients from your grass clippings and your leaves and your lawn and some little kitchen food scraps, then you want to you don't want to give them any nutrients. If you want to, I usually just give them right off the bat when they're really, really young and just starting to sprout. I will usually give them like a half diluted strength of Miracle-Gro, because Miracle-Gro has really high nitrogen, and you don't want a bunch of leaf growth. Nitrogen gives a bunch of leaf growth in the flowering stage. You want it in veg, it's fine. But during this stage, I go half strength. It's called for a tablespoon per gallon, the one I use. Check out my videos, I have one on that too. And then tablespoon per gallon, and then I just transfer half of that in a jug, fill the rest up with water, water the soil just in the beginning. When they're really, let me see, this one's really small. So when they're really small like that, or when they're starting to flower, like these beautiful Kentucky Pole. These are Kentucky Pole Wonders, which are basically the same bean as the Bush Blue Lake. They are the best beans ever. You look them up online, guys. They are so easy to grow. Look how green this foliage is. They only get about 10 inches tall, maybe 6 to 8 sometimes, depending on, you know, how it's growing, what's going on. So if they trellis over like this, when they're starting to grow, you can see like this branch is kind of sticking out this way. You don't want to leave it hanging out. You kind of want to train it back. So just gently, because these can snap so easy. They're actually sticky green beans. So, oh shit. Sorry, I just cursed, guys. But, this just snapped like I just told you not to do. But that's okay, because I just stopped it. And what's going to happen is this is going to bush out. So I'm going to get a lot more beans. That's what happened to this one. When I was trellising this one, and look how big it is. Pushed out like 3 new branches. This is whole one plant. This whole plant right here is one plant. And this is all its branches. So I'm cool with that. We got 3 new trellis vines coming up from that one plant. So if it breaks, no big deal. You can do it on purpose too. But you can see that how green they are. And all I do, just not to get off topic, is top them off with my fresh compost mixture, just a handful, a big sopping handful. I go barehanded. I love handling dirt, and just sprinkle it in there. You want to loosen. See how compact this can get? Like, this is compact, so you want to get in there just like an inch, just like not even an inch. You don't want to disturb the roots too much in here, but just go around where it's compact and mix your compost in with that, and then push your plants back down. Make sure they're snuggled in. We got some radish in here, you can see. Got to be careful. I got other plants in here. That radish, that one, and some others. So we're going to go around these plants. You know, your radish you don't want to disturb, so just make sure you're not. See, you can go that far around them. I like to plant things with my beans because beans provide a lot of nitrogen in the soil, and they also have nitrogen fixers in their cells themselves, so they can fix their nitrogen, their own nitrogen deficiencies and phosphorus deficiencies too. And then keep them well watered. Beans love water. Don't overwater, you know, wet that soil really good. And then you want to water before you give any nutrients if you do. And then after you put your compost on, you can give a nice water, and this way all the nutrients will go down to the bottom. The reason why you want to mix your compost in with your soil is because you don't want your compost mixture just sitting on top. You want it to start breaking down in that soil with them roots and start getting it in there once you water. And then for the pole beans, you can also do them like this. I have bush in front, which I mistakenly planted a bunch of pole beans around here, Kentucky Wonder Pole. I love these. They're so good. The Bush Blue Lake beans were delicious, guys. I got quite a bit off of them. They really were nice. Nice beans. And she's starting to flower. You can see these pole beans. So we're going to get all these pole beans to jam at once. I got peas sneaking on the fence down there. They're getting so big because of this cool weather. It's growing so much. More peas. And then I put a tomato cage in the middle with some stakes for the pole beans to trellis up, and they'll be good. This is good. I'll get some rods to put in the middle that are higher than this cage. So probably about here, because they're going to grow about 10 inches tall. And then I sowed my peas. And that's how you want to keep your peas, just against a fence or a trellis, so they can trellis up and have some nice stability on them. They'll be happy. My peas are going to start going crazy. Till next time, guys, I hope that helps you in the best way possible to grow peas and green beans in your garden or in containers. We got some more down here, and I'm planting out the rest of my garden too. We got some more fall crops coming, so please stay tuned if you want to see more to come. From Stacy, here we go again. The peas, same thing for the care. They're really not too nutrients. You know, you don't really have to give them too many nutrients. What you can do is give them nutrients maybe once every 3 weeks with Miracle Grow. If you're using your compost mixture in a really good potting soil like mine, Jungle Growth, and Coco Loco, you really don't have to worry about too much nutrients with these green beans. They basically grow and do everything by themselves. So this is how you harvest. You want to take scissors and cut right in the middle of that stem. So that's how they grow. This is the end of the green bean, and this is their stem. You don't want to pull it. You want to cut, like right there. They're really tough, guys. You want to cut. You don't really want to damage your beans. This way it produces more. You can really damage them that way, so I'm not going to do any more. But they weren't ready to harvest. I just wanted to show you how to harvest. This one's going to be ready soon. Till next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video in the best way possible. Keep your soil really wet. And remember, always water before you give the nutrients and stuff like that, or after you put compost on. This way it waters them in really good. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please share with friends if you think they'd enjoy this video too. Happy planting. Till next time. Bye-bye.